Morgan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Of paramount importance is the notion that democracy is a process, not an event. It is our duty to defend and deliver the will of the people. From Portsmouth to Pickering, Penzance to Peterborough, it is essential the referendum result is respected. However, it is clear that no one in the referendum voted for this half-baked deal put forward by the Prime Minister. This deal is a galaxy of uncertainty. The Treasury Select Committee highlighted this, explaining that the government analysis did not assess the short-term impact of leaving the EU. When this fact was put to the Chancellor, he agreed. If the Chancellor himself agrees that the deal is uncertain, how can the Prime Minister expect MPs to gamble with the lives of their constituents? So what does this government's deal mean for Portsmouth? For QA Hospital, it would mean staff shortages induced by the Prime Minister's continuation of the hostile environment, a reduction in shared research and international cooperation, and it threatens prosperity needed to fund a much-loved local NHS. It rules out a permanent customs union with the British say, which is vital to support Portsmouth's businesses, local jobs and the manufacturing supply chains they depend on. It also threatens Portsmouth's international port, which generates £7 million directly to council coffers to fund local services in an area where a third of children live in poverty and a city forgotten for too long by government. Will this continue under Mrs May's deal? Whilst I've asked, unanswered questions remain. Mr Speaker, it is inevitable that there are multifaceted challenges posed by exiting the EU. In my constituency, we've seen a 12% swing towards Remain from a Leave vote. Uncertainty perpetuated by this government's deal has left many others with unanswered questions. That's why 70% of people in Portsmouth South want some kind of final say when it comes to Brexit. The people need clarity. The people need control. The people need a final say. A no-deal scenario, Mr Speaker, would see those most vulnerable bearing the brunt of decisions made by the few. If no-deal Brexit was imposed, there would be a 29% increase in average food import costs, affecting people on the lowest incomes disproportionately. This Palace of Westminster is the birthplace of democracy, where so many decisions have been made to shape not only our great country, but our world. One thing we can all agree on today is that Brexit is the most important decision this country has taken since the Second World War. My grandparents grew up in Portsmouth. My parents grew up in Portsmouth. I grew up in Portsmouth. The importance of this deal is not just for us here today, but for generations that will inherit consequences of our actions. It is a privilege to stand here and represent a constituency that contributed so greatly to our nation's success. I cannot jeopardise Portsmouth's future by voting for a deal that will make my home city poorer.
Thank you.